guys, welcome to or welcome back to Exposed. And if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. I was watching the ice skating before I turned the computer on, and the American girl was 12 points behind, and they said there was no way she'd be able to make the points up. Anyway, she did, and she won. Fair play to her. She did an amazing dance, and the reason I'm mentioning it is because she danced to MacArthur Park, and it was like, I'm sorry, I am looking this up now because for years I've always wondered why the hell was it called MacArthur Park. And you know the one where someone left the cake out in the rain, blah, 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 right? Well, it's about him and his girlfriend, and they split up, and he's heard that she's marrying somebody else, and he's talking about the breakdown, which I totally understood. But MacArthur Park was where they used to meet, and it's like, now it makes sense. Because I never got the MacArthur Park bit. It'd be like calling it Central Park. Do you know what I mean? It's like it had no point. And we have a new addition to the furry family. Da, 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 da. It's got a little, let me make it a bit bigger and you can see. Tech Help, as you know, well, as most of you know, is autistic. So he doesn't do choosing. Him and his dad and Madam's the same. They can't choose for the life in them. So I choose things for them when they're growing up. And then we have a thing. And it's like, if I give them an option of 3, they can pick one of 3 or something. Anyway, Travis, Tech Help, got me this for Mother's Day. And a huge bar of chocolate, which is over there, so I can't reach it all the time and nick bits off. And some cans of that new Pepsi with strawberry and cream in. But what happened, right? Last Easter, he got me a bunny because someone had picked it up and put it where it didn't belong. So they'd left it on top of the freezer. And it was the last one, and it was going to end up in a cage on its own. And he was like, it's not going in a cage on its own, it's coming home. And then the bear with the headphones on, that was left somewhere. And this one was left on top of the washing powder. Somebody picked it up, was going to get it, and then decided not to bother and put it and left it on the washing powder. And he said he couldn't bear to think of it. Stuck there and then ended up in a cage. So he came home, or she did. Haven't really decided yet. Right, where are we? Comments time. We've got a new one. Grace Jones. She has almost 400,000 subscribers. She's making money off her channel. That is probably how she can afford all that beautiful, expensive clothing. And I replied, bought subscribers. So then they came back. Oh, on another one. Has anyone thought it could be too painful and heartbreaking and horrific for Lisa to want to share? Listen to how this woman was unalived. My God, you people are sitting in your trailers holding so much hatred for a woman who started a channel for fun like so many others. She has almost 400,000 subscribers. I don't know why that means anything to anybody. So I wrote back, hate to burst your bubble, but I'm sat in a 3-bed semi-detached house and she bought most of her subscribers. So wake up, dear. So she's written back, wake up, dear, ? Lol, you need a hobby and get off YouTube once in a while. Didn't you just say something about, where was it? Somebody starting a channel for fun, like many others do. Well, that's what I did, so piss off. You need a hobby and to get off YouTube once in a while. It's not that serious that you need to get nasty, ha ha. Hobby or maybe a job would help you take this light-hearted commenting less personal, dork. So I wrote back and I said, I don't see anything nasty in anything I said. How you interpret things are your problem. Oh, and YouTube is a hobby. And she commented on something way back as well. I saw her head bob up because it's like, I'm not answering, can't be bothered. But like, they come in with the 400,000 subscribers like a badge of honour. Do you know what I mean? It's like, no, she bought them. Elizabeth. Still at the Nutella. Austin sounds like he's making a fool of an already foolish woman. She screeches, not sings. Matt, exactly. Austin is wasting his money on a lump of lard, lol. Elizabeth, yippee! Comments from our fabulous Jules and friends. Happy Mother's Day to all of you. Yay. Jules, if those cute little dogs do a poo in their Gucci bag, it's thrown away and a new one purchased. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me if that's what does happen. Wanda, that's so funny. That's probably what they do though, isn't it? I want a cool name like Pandas in the Desert. Well, let me know if you change your name, Wanda, so I know you're Wanda. What could you have? Yeah, maybe not. I was just thinking of pandas in the desert, piss holes in the snow. Yeah, no, you don't want to be called that. But if you do change your name, let me know. Me Smith, happy Mother's Day, Jules, and thanks for all you do. Thank you very much, honey. Matt, we finally reached the home stretch, for fuck's sake. Lard ass, 1 second of you is enough, let alone over 9 hours. Yeah, I'm going to have to go and look for another one now. Elizabeth, samples or flankers of perfume? Samples, I was thinking. They normally do little sets, don't they? But then I looked. Who was it? Was it Sephora that did them? And you know the ones you get in America for free? Them little tiny squirt, what, 1 mil or 2 mil in a squirty thing. We have to pay for those. Tell you, we're diddled over here. Deb, thank you for fast forwarding through the screech singing. You did us all a favour. By the way, I would have paid her to stop ruining real music. I know. Oh, sing this one, Lardy. Sing that one. Oh, no, please, just stop. No one needs to hear her screech. You know, I told you I never dream, ever. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say it because if it happens, she'll say I did it. No, ignore me. Wonder, I'm large-chested, and if I tried to pull a bra over my head instead of step into it, I would hang myself. Exactly! She's obviously not been taught how to get a bra on for big, busted women. Oh, I don't like the ones that you have to pull over your head. No, you don't! Fuckwit. Carolina, this dress is not forgiving at all. I can still see her pooch. Can't imagine it's still there. She eats like nothing. Weird, I know. I'd be really pissed off, like I've said. If I ate how she did and still had a tummy, I'd be really annoyed. Carolina, so what the fuck was the big announcement? The stupid Zoom meeting? Guide me, her, since I'm lost. I think it's the thing, isn't it? The Zoom meeting. I wonder how many people have booked, and you can't see. It's a shame, isn't it, really, that you can't see how many people have booked. Gretchen, hey Jules, that product you have sounds amazing. I saw this comment come in and I'm like, what product? I had to go and listen to the whole of the comments to figure out what it was you were talking about because my memory is useless. Cool, I will continue with that then. There are so many out there now, Jules. I would suggest going for something that at least has been clinically tried. I love your channel, Jules. I love that you are from Wales. I'm not originally from Wales, Gretchen. I'm from London. My family are Irish. I was born in London. Then I went to work in Wales and I stayed there, met my husband. We got married. We had tech help. He's officially Welsh. And then we moved back to Yorkshire for work because we were working at Butlins and they changed it to Haven and they halved the staff. And they were giving the staff to Welsh speakers, obviously, because they had to do some sort of a deal to have the thing there and not take work away from the locals, blah, blah, blah. So there was no work unless you spoke Welsh, and we didn't. So I'm still on the housing waiting list in London, and I'm 59 now. And I put my name down when I was 16, so there's not much chance of us getting a house there. So we came here. But yeah, tech help is Welsh. My mum is from Midhurst, Sussex. Sussex is nice. My 2 aunties and cousins are still there. I live in the US. Why did you go to the US and none of the others did, Gretchen? My parents married... Oh, for God's sake, sorry, hang on. My parents married in Sussex in 1950 and my dad brought my... Oh, your dad brought your mum over here. I love British people. I get disgusted with a lot of Americans like Lisa. They have no depth. Wouldn't they love Lisa in the UK? I'd love to see Lisa here. She wouldn't last 2 seconds. A lot of women are like that over here. You're born with class, you can't acquire it, right? Exactly. Totally agree, Gretchen. Calabria girl, happy Mother's Day, Jules. Thank you very much, and to you too. We can all have a double Mother's Day, can't we? Vanessa, I remember her first trip to New York. It was 10 years ago. She begged for advice on what kind of thermal underwear and layers she needed for many weeks in advance. She was terrified, like she was headed to the North Pole. Yes, that trip with Sheila Fajar. I'd completely forgotten about that. Yeah, she hated it. Sheila had to give her a coat. Dunce. And couldn't even order for herself in restaurants because she didn't understand the food. She was like, I'm at your disposal. Just order whatever you think. Pathetic. Yep. Talk about a duck out of water. Gretchen, one day I was watching her and she said she would not wear red lipstick because John doesn't like it. I thought, Jesus, I wouldn't let any man tell me what to wear ever. She just copies everyone. She says she gets inspired by other women. She just copies them. That's all she does, Gretchen. It's copy. I don't know if it's somebody said they didn't like red on her or John said he didn't like red, but she doesn't look good in red though. She does actually suit a nude lipstick, as much as I hate to say it. When she does put red on, it's a bit jarring. Her hair is so fried. Too much bleach is the reason why she lost her hair. Exactly. Breakage, I would say. She keeps saying it's from the shingles vaccine, but it's from over-processing. And I'm sure her poor hairdresser goes through hell with her. She's so full of crap. Her own husband doesn't like red lipstick, so she won't wear it. She said that in a video. Thing is, right, she keeps saying, oh, I've got new hair growing in. No, that's where your longer hair broke off, you dimwit. Can't tell her, though. Matt. It's hilarious watching Lardass being skipped over. It was fun, wasn't it? I enjoyed that. I might do it more often. Penelope, happy Mother's Day, Jules. Tech Help and Madam are blessed to call you Mum. Aw, that is so sweet. Thank you. Lisa Marie, 1. Don't give a truck what this woman enjoys. 2. Not one person in New York gave a flying truck what this moron was wearing. Thank you. If only I could think of saying truck instead of thing, I might not get so many dings from YouTube. During her trips to New York, has she ever gone to the Empire State Building, to a museum, any museum, to Little Italy, to Wall Street, Central Park, to anywhere other than Gucci and Chanel? She's such a low IQ dumbass. She should thank God she has John to put a roof over her head, pay for her cars and gas, make her food, and pay for all of her clothes, bags and makeup. If she didn't have him, she would have to rely on her parents to support her. I will step in and say she earns a fortune off of YouTube. You'd be surprised how much money she reins in. And the thing is, I think at the start, John will have said, oh, anything you make on there, that's yours, your spending money. But her spending money has increased year on year. And the more subscribers she buys, the more companies think she has a lot of subscribers. So they send her free stuff and then they do sponsored videos. And sponsored videos rake it in a fortune. So she's spending her money, but she's wasting her money. I know she's saying that it's mine, I can do what I want with it, but she's not once thought about what happens when she's dead and her kids are left behind. What do they do then? What's Will going to do with no John and no Lisa? Have you put any money away for him? Probably not. DH Gate has those Chanel sandals. Oh, that's one of them thingy-bob places, isn't it? Dupe houses. She should buy fakes. Nobody who looks at her thinks her designer crap is real anyway. With her horrible hair and her awful lips, if I saw her on the street, I would just assume she's wearing fakes from the swap meet. I'm not joking. I really would not believe that such a tacky looking woman, was wearing real Louis Vuitton, Chanel or Gucci. She should think about that. She could save herself a fortune if she just bought the dupe. What does it matter? Who knows? Who cares? Like I said, if I could get a dupe of that cream, white, whatever it is, Louis Vuitton with the different colours on, I'd buy that. I'd never buy a Louis Vuitton because I'm not spending that much on a bag. I don't see the point in it. But to her, it's some sort of status symbol, isn't it? She thinks people are looking at her and going, oh, I wish I could be her. No, just the morons on your channel, nobody else. I would not be surprised in the slightest if she returns these bags but keeps the boxes and the ribbon. Can you do that though, Lisa? Because right, just a side note, I was looking at upgrading the microphone to see if I could get rid of the Morse code thing. And I made a point of asking the shop, I said, if I get this microphone and it's too good, because I'm not in a voiceover booth, so if it's a really good voiceover mic, is it going to pick up every tiny little noise in the house and on the street? And I said to him, if it's too good, can I send it back? Because I'm too used to QVC, where you get to play with something for 60 days and send it back if you don't like it. So I wanted to make sure. And they said, as long as it comes back perfectly as it was sent, as new, in the box, wrapped up, blah de blah. So surely if she's only had a Chanel bag for a couple of days, if she got it in a box with ribbons and all the razzmatazz, wouldn't she have to return it like that? Or do they just say return the bag in a padded envelope or something? Who knows? Deb, happy Mum's Day to one of the best. Thank you, Deb. My youngest is in New York now with friends, enjoying theatre performances, the Metropolitan Museum of Art and Central Park. Imagine that. So jealous of them. Tell them, have a blast. See, that's what you do when you go somewhere else. You can go shopping anywhere. You don't go to New York. I mean, yeah, buy yourself a treat. Do you know what I mean? To remind yourself of your trip. Like I've got a glass-blown Blackpool Tower. That was our reminder of our family holiday to Blackpool when Tech Help was tiny. Do you know what I mean? That's the sort of thing you do. You don't go buying umpteen fucking designer handbags. Sandra, Glenda constantly hints that people send things to her. You'll need to watch the ones that say, I've reached my breaking point. I've done a few of them, Sandra. If you haven't seen them, have a mooch about. But yeah, I know. She relies on people sending her stuff, doesn't she? Let me tell you in case you don't know. Noisy gits. On, not PN. Why is it? There we go. Hannah, wondering if she takes a multivitamin. She used to go on about this chocolate goo stuff she used to pour out onto a spoon and have in the morning. John's the master of multivitamins and he's told her over the years what she should take, but she doesn't listen to him. So I don't know if she's still taking that chocolate goo. Maybe that made her put on 0.01 of an ounce and she decided to stop it. Wigging out. I have to try to watch because I need my daily fix of Jaws. I let it play so you have engagement. Thank you, honey. Observational studies have linked the regular consumption of artificially sweetened beverages, including diet soda, to adverse health effects. These include weight gain, disruptions to gut health, cardiovascular problems, and increased craving for sweets. More recently, studies have linked the diet soda habit to an increased risk of a stroke. Oh, that's horrible. See, you'd think, wouldn't you? Drinking the full sugared stuff, that'd give you a stroke. But no. And then when you think, how much crap is in a diet drink? I mean, I know I drink them, but it's because of the diabetes. But which is best? I do have water in between. I am a good girl, honest, sometimes. Rose. Fucking hell, she looks a lot older than 55 in this video. More like 155. She looks like someone dug her up. Jules, I'm a new subscriber and I'm binge watching. Thank you for the laughs. Thank you for binge watching, Rose. Rose, Lisa is far too privileged. Some people need to experience poverty, and Lisa is one of them, isn't she? She's clueless. She has no clue what other people are going through. Sorry, it feels like there's a hair tickling my face. Am I going to do a lardy? Oh, there's something in my eye. Bay, why did her voice change so much over the years? I can't stand that vocal fry she has, almost like she's a smoker. She does what she thinks people want to hear, Bay. Terry, isn't it amazing that no one ever goes on these trips with her? I'm pretty sure it's because no one wants to. Self-improvement. Are you kidding me? I saw her being interviewed by Double Vanilla. My guess, it was staged. She thought she was something and then some. Exactly. We all reckon it's staged as well, Terry. Pardon me. Katja, are you home? Hi, Jules. We drove to Naples, Florida. Oh, only a couple of hours away, but the beach on the Gulf is beautiful and full of shells. We had a great time. Thank you. Wow. I'm coming next time. I used to, as a kid, my mum had a friend in Cleethorpes, and we used to travel from London to Cleethorpes for a week. And we went by coach, and it was 9 hours minimum on the coach. It was a hell of a journey. And if I ever nodded off, she'd prod me and wake me up because she couldn't sleep sitting up, so I wasn't allowed to. How many people would do that to their child? You'd lean them over on your lap and you'd let them sleep, wouldn't you? No, not my... I don't even want to call her a mother because she wasn't. Anywho, when I went to Cleethorpes with my mum, I used to collect seashells for my gran. And when I brought them home, she used to make little people out of them and little animals and whatnot. And she used to make rocking chairs out of pegs. She was really creative, my gran. So I've always got a nice memory connected to shells. That's a fun thing to do with your kids. Costs nothing. Kids will remember it. You'll remember it. Nice bonding family time. But some people just don't know what it is to have kids. Like Lisa. She used to just sit in her chair and do nothing and watch them go and do. Joyce, happy Mother's Day, ladies. Yep. We need to go out for a coffee or a drink or something, don't we? We need to get together group somewhere. Like Elizabeth invited us over. Wouldn't it be great if we could go? I'd love that. I'm not sure Elizabeth's husband would. What have you invited all these weird women over for? Joyce, I have thin hair and someone recommended Schwarzkopf Extra Care Push-Up Volume Shampoo. Phew, sorry. I will give that a look, Joyce. I did get one by... What's the one I'm using? John Frieda. I saw that and thought, he was Lulu's husband, wasn't he? He was a really well-to-do hairdresser. So I thought I'd try it. But the smell, it's really horrible. I don't know what's in it. But I use the whole... There's a shampoo, conditioner and a spray before you heat style it. Well, I didn't heat style it. So I sprayed the spray in and just washed a hair dryer over it to dry it a bit. And it felt like straw. And I suppose that's the thing, because then you can style it and it'll sort of hold the style and look a bit thicker. But I didn't like the feeling of it. So, but I think I'm just doomed to not have hair. I should just shave it off every summer and just go with it, because I don't mind not having hair. But I'm waiting for it to all go white, so then I can just do wash in, wash out colours on it, and I don't have to bleach it before I put the colour in. Anyway, that's a lot about nothing, but thank you, Joyce. I will... Hang on, let me give myself a note somewhere. How do I do that without showing everything? Hang on a second. Where are we? There. Are we recording? Yes, we are. I just sent myself an email, so I'll remember to look at that shampoo. Wigging out. Does anyone else think that Lisa might have been a victim of incest? That has been spoken about quite a lot on Guru Gossiper back in the day and the Gossip Bakery. A lot of people think so. And I'm thinking more so now when she's going on about she doesn't like her jeans touching there. That's a weird thing for anyone to say. She certainly shows some of the signs. She lives a life easily and preferably disassociated. She doesn't use her real name. She has extremely altered her look. She drops hints of strange interactions with her male family members, and she's trying to build a different life away from what that might have been. Maybe she's not a narcissist, she's just surviving. Just a thought. She's definitely still a narcissist. I'm sorry. She's got all the signs. Looking at her is just like looking at my mother. But they could be the reasons why she's a narcissist. Because they say, don't they, something traumatic happened in childhood that makes them the way they are. But what I couldn't understand was I used to talk to my gran about childhood times with my mum and her brothers and sister. And they all came out of it. 2 of them are narcs and 2 aren't. And I don't understand. They were all brought up with the same people at the same time. Why? What happened to those 2 that didn't happen to the other 2? That's a whole thing, isn't it? If you could go back and find that out. But they can't be cured. They don't think there's anything wrong with them. So there's nothing you can do to help them anyway, even if you tried. It's really weird. Anyway, that's the end. Looks to be. Nobody on the naughty step. No more comments to do. So that was a short and cheerful one today, wasn't it? And thank you if you got to the end with me. And I will see you in the next one.